Hey guys, I am so excited to bring a FAB or DRAB review for you. So I am going to be reviewing the beautiful ColourPop eyeshadows. I will be doing a review. I will also be doing some up-close swatches, and I will do a tutorial on the look that I'm wearing today. So definitely go ahead and watch throughout the whole video to make sure you get all of those. First, I'm going to start off with the packaging. So I received the ColourPop shadows probably a little over a month ago, so I've been using them a lot so that I could make sure and give a really good review for you guys. So I'm really impressed, number one, right off the bat with the packaging of the package that it came in. How cute is that? It says ColourPop on there, and each of the shadows had bubble wrap. They had additional wrapping on there. The actual little box for the eyeshadows is uber cute with like this minty teal color. And then the shadows were like cradled like a little baby in this foam little pocket here. It's crazy how good they package their products. And the fact that you're only paying $5 for each shadow really shows that they're a really great company, because they take pride. Because the worst thing in the world is when you make an order on, you know, kind of any online makeup company, and you get the order and your products, like the shadows, are totally destroyed. You know, the products are melted and disgusting, and oh, that's just the worst. So A+ on the packaging in general. So the shadows themselves are super cute. They're in this really beautiful white packaging. They have a kind of metallic-y ColourPop emblem on there, and the shadow is really pretty inside. It's kind of like this moussey cream texture. It's really different, and it's really beautiful. Because of how delicate and creamy the shadows are, it's really important that you put on the lid super tight when you're done using the product, and not having it sitting out without the lid on for a really long time, just because they can dry out, I guess, fairly quickly if it's not on really tight. But you usually do that with any of your cream products, just making sure that the packaging is on tight so that you get the most that you can out of the products. So first off, a little bit of the review before I get to the swatches. These are fantastic eyeshadows. I really, really love them. I got 8 of the colors. I will say that even though they are a cream product, they do not crease. These suckers do not budge, so you need to work with them quickly. Either if you're using your hands to apply them, your fingers, or you're using a brush, it's better to do one eye at a time, just because by the time you get to that second eye, when you've laid down that product, it is already drying up really quickly, so it's hard to blend, especially if you're using brushes. So these do not crease. I have used them and tried them with a primer and no primer, and still there is no creasing involved. I don't have super oily eyelids, so that could contribute to it, but I think that even though someone with really oily eyelids, because these dry so quickly, I think that if you used a primer, you would be really good. I've been using the Urban Decay Primer Potion and the Too Faced Shadow Insurance Glitter Glue. So I used the Urban Decay one just because I feel like a lot of people have that, so I think that a lot of people have it in their collections. So I wanted to kind of test these products out with that one. I have noticed that when you're using the shadow, this is the color Chipper, and it's just this gorgeous teal. And I've noticed that when you just use your finger or a brush to apply one coat with the Urban Decay Primer Potion, you're gonna get this beautiful color, but it's gonna be a little bit sheerer than what you see in the packaging. It's still gonna be vibrant, it's still gonna be beautiful, but it's just gonna be a little bit sheerer. If you wanna have this full effect pigmentation, then the best way I have found to do that is with the Too Faced Glitter Glue. I apply that a little bit first. That's such a super sticky, hardcore primer that it's beautiful, and it really captures all of the beautiful, you know, colors and shine and metallics and shimmer and glitter that these shadows have. So using that primer, putting this, you know, any of the colors on top of that is going to give you the best pigmentation and quality look to get the full effect of these beautiful shadows. Another thing that I've noticed is that using your fingers is one of the best ways to apply these shadows, especially if you're just going to be applying it to the base of your lid. And again, you're going to either get a little bit of a sheer finish if you just use a regular primer, or you're going to get more intensive, you know, pigmentation and finish if you're using the glitter glue. But if you want to use a brush, I really love using the Real Technique shadow brush, and you can go ahead and get the full kind of pigmentation, but it's going to be a little bit of a duller finish, but not in a bad way. When I say that, it's because a lot of these shadows have a really intense metallic shimmer, glitter finish to them. So when you're using a brush to kind of put it on your lid, and again I do that in the tutorial, it kind of takes away a little bit of that extra shine and shimmer and glitter, and you're really seeing most of just the color. So when it dulls out, it kind of dulls out kind of the intense shimmer of the shadow, if that makes sense. I'm gonna go ahead and do the swatches now. So the first color that I have swatched and I use in my tutorial is the color Truth, and this is probably the most close to like a satin finish, where it doesn't have that super chunky glitter in there. You're basically just kind of getting a nice wash of color. Use it a lot as a transition color. It's great for my light skin. The next color is Lovely, and this is beautiful. It's definitely metallic. It's got kind of a champagne finish to it. There's some rose hints in there. Really great just addition to your collection. Next color is Fringe. This is again another metallic color. There is some beautiful sparkle in there. To me, it has a little bit more of a silver cast, and just all around a really beautiful color. You can do a lot of different things with this. Next color I have is I Love This. So cute. And this is a little bit darker than Fringe, and again it's a little bit more on that silvery kind of taupe side. I feel like there's a little bit sometimes with the shine of the metallics, a little of a purple cast in there. The fifth is Summer Lovin', and this is part of like their marbleized collection. They have some shadows have this pretty like marbleized finish, and this one to me is going off of like a rose gold type of color. Next is Chipper, which is the brightest of the colors that I purchased, and I love it. It definitely stands out. It's this tealy green. It's a really beautiful pop of color, especially for the spring and summer. Oh, I just love this color so much. The lid color that I used in the tutorial is Sequin, and it's almost kind of like a penny color. I love it. I have used this one probably the most out of all the shadows that I purchased. Last but not least is the color 3. This is a beautiful brown. It's got some really nice kind of purple and green specks of shimmer in there. So those are all the beautiful eyeshadow shades that I purchased. If you want to see how I created this eye look with those shadows that I mentioned, go ahead and continue on to the tutorial. The first ColourPop eyeshadow that I'm going to use is Truth, and I'm just going to take my finger first and I'm going to place it kind of where the crease is, a little bit below my brow bone, and then I'm going to take my Real Techniques brush and immediately start buffing that in. Then I'm going to take Foxy from the Urban Decay Basics palette. I'm going to go ahead and highlight the brow bone. Then also with the Urban Decay Basics palette, I'm going to take Naked 2, which is this really pretty kind of taupey brown color, and I'm going to deepen the crease. Next, with the Too Faced Shadow Insurance Glitter Glue, I'm going to go ahead and just take that. I'm going to put it right on my eyelid, just to prep for the shadow. Next, I'm taking Sequin. I'm going to just use my finger and I'm going to place that all over the lid, right on top of where I put the shadow insurance. Then with that same Real Techniques brush, I'm just going to blend that out right at the crease, just getting rid of any harsh lines. With the Color Club Shadow in 3, I'm just going to take that Real Techniques brush, put it right into the shadow, and then I'm going to intensify that outer third, kind of that outer V, making it a little smoky. When you're using the brush with these shadows, you are still getting the color, but it's not as pigmented, and you're taking away some of that really intense sparkle and shine and making it a little bit more of like a satin finish. So to finish off the eye look, you just wanted to add some eyeliner of your choice, some mascara of your choice, and you are good to go. So I hope you enjoyed that tutorial. I really love this look. I adore these shadows. Definitely go check them out. They're totally worth the $5. And I hope you guys have an amazing day. Definitely push the like button if you enjoyed this Fab or Drab video and the tutorial and the swatches. Comment down below on any products that you would like me to do a Fab or Drab video on next. And don't forget to subscribe. I'll see you guys in one of my next videos. Bye!